TVNZ has suspended breakfast host Paul Henry. It comes a day after he made controversial remarks about the Governor-General.
The latest wrangle involving Mr Henry is dividing opinion across the country. And though he apologised live on TV this morning, that wasn't enough to calm the waters. Melissa Stokes has just got reaction from Sir Anand Sachinand and is live from Delhi shortly. First, let's go to Mark Kreisel in Auckland. Mark.
Yes, Wendy, as you can see behind me, there's 20 to 30 very loud protesters protesting outside Television New Zealand headquarters. This is what they've written on the wall. Sack Henry, love TV, hate racism. Now, this may be a small but very noisy demonstration, but there's been a huge public outcry. Sorry is meant to be the hardest word.
And I'm sincerely sorry if I seem disrespectful to him.
But it wasn't enough. Paul Henry suspended for almost 2 weeks without pay.
He stepped over the line, and as a consequence I felt it was appropriate that disciplinary action be taken.
On air this morning he said he didn't mean to sound racist when he made these comments about the Governor-General in an interview with John Key.
Is he even a New Zealander?
Yes, he's a New Zealander.
Are you going to choose a New Zealander who looks and sounds like a New Zealander this time?
But his remarks have sparked a public outrage.
We can't have people like this say these sorts of views.
Paul Henry is just further dividing New Zealanders.
Here at TVNZ, the company's had the most complaints it's ever had on a single issue. 600 and still climbing. And that doesn't include a number of staff who are also angry at the remarks.
There is definitely an element of protecting the reputation of TVNZ, and secondly it is about adherence to the policies that the company provides to its employees around behaviour, particularly on air.
The Race Relations Commissioner says the comments were racist. The politicians wading in too.
Frankly are racist and they're offensive, and John Key should have had the guts to put Paul Henry in his place. He didn't.
Well, I said yesterday it's up to TV New Zealand to take the course of action that they thought was appropriate. They've done that today by suspending Paul Henry, and I think that's the right course of action.
Paul Henry, as a broadcaster, has always divided his audience, but it appears those who live by the word can also die by it, for 2 weeks at least.
OK, Mark, what's the general feeling from people you've talked to? Is the punishment handed out to Paul Henry enough?
Yes, well, the people here say that the 12 days suspension amounts to nothing more than a slap on the wrist from a wet bus ticket. But I spoke to Paul Henry. He's since left the building, and I spoke to him before he left, and he said he doesn't mind outraging people. In fact, he lives to do that. He loves it, but he doesn't like it if he hurts people's feelings, and I think what he's managed to do this time is both.
Mark Kreisel, thank you. The comments have also created a stir in India, where the Governor-General is right now for the Commonwealth Games. It's headline news on TV networks there. Joining us from Delhi is reporter Melissa Stokes. Melissa.
Wendy, I've just got back from talking to the Governor-General here, and I've come back here to the media centre. He's remaining quite tight-lipped on the situation, saying he doesn't want to give too much reaction to Paul Henry's comment, partly because he feels so far away from the situation. He did tell me that he hasn't heard from TVNZ and he doesn't know the full details of Paul Henry's apology. Here's what he had to say.
I'm a New Zealand-born New Zealander. I'm reliably informed that I was born at the Bethany Hospital at 37 Dryden Street, Grey Lynn, and I don't need to add much more to that.
Many members of our team woke up this morning to find this story headline news here in India. Indians are being told the full story. They've been shown the interview with Paul Henry with John Key, and there's also a ticker going down the bottom of the screen saying New Zealand broadcaster racial slur. So it's certainly making a big news over here.
Melissa Stokes at the Commonwealth Games in Delhi. Thank you.